there, Marty Wells. First up on plate. And who have we got here? Beaming in early. Grok 23 was by far the earliest there. Dr. Deej and Rat Boy in the house. Poisson. 8 Huntingfords. The Pirates are gathering Wednesday night. Getting things underway with this new one from Bicep. Hey there, Swooning Fish, Cohen Study in the place, and Steve Fly. Greets to you, mate. Are you in Amsterdam? Vic Mellies is in. Good evening to you. Steve Fly's in the Dams, all good there. Home, M-Bat Freak. How very stereo of you to be streaming on both platforms at once. DJ Fact, welcome, sir. It's a nice zoom, isn't it? Rock on. Hi there, Jerome and Benjamin Jones, Rob McNeil. And Mr. Kelly, welcome. Studio Dice, Nettlemouth, Liam Anderson, and Benjamin Jones. This is the new one from Bicep. It's called Saku, I believe, and this is featuring Clara Lassagne. Hey there, Georgios. Got a story going on there. Hello there, Connor McManus and Agostino from Portugal once again. Jay Maston says, why are we called pirates? Because we are. Peace and love to you, mate. Slovakia's in the place. Hans van Ransbergen says tuning in from Ghent and bought the picture disc from Bicep yesterday. Nice one, Hans. Yes, indeed. It's my grandfather's name, actually, Hans. Hello, Anna. You're very welcome. Brian E. Jackson sent us a nice big heart. This is going to run out in a minute, isn't it? Let's make sure I've got my plan. Wicked. Sound of Bicep featuring Clara Lassagne, and that's called Saku. And very welcome to each and every pirate, ninja and head in the area. I'm Matt Black, and for the next 2 hours going to try and keep you entertained with some music, some visuals, some jamming, some news and some chat. Keep your messages coming in the chat. I'd like to see what's going on. And as you know by now, this gubbins here is called Jam Pro, and it's Coldcut's beat instrument. I'm going to take it for a little spin on a little pack hooked, which is not in the store yet. It's called Dilla Style. Terry the Ghost. And Olive, you're very welcome as well. Still very much enjoying your new threads for the one and only Space Dog. I believe he's still in the wardrobe at the moment. With Viz Mistress D. jam sandwich for breakfast, Mr. Bat Freak, your wish. Is our Waltzing Matilda. Maybe not. Hi there, Andrea. Thank you, Rebecca Greenwood, for boosting us out to your friends there, saying get on it. And Poisson, yes. Let me say a big special birthday shout out to your homie Chris N. Long-time best friend and biggest fan. Hi there, Chris. Big happy birthday to you, Anna. A big triumphant happy birthday. Where's my kick gone? Weird, I just loaded these samples. Now some of them have disappeared. Nasty. Looking forward to your Waltzing Matilda mashup there, Marty. Possibly. Ah, sorry, Rebecca. Well, take it that this is your last week, 5-0. Birthdays can be a whole year long, I think. I'm going to be 60 in not a very long time, actually. I intend to keep that going all year, so probably won't get a decent party in. You know, it makes sense. Roll off the sub for a sec. Ah, that's the new one I just put in. Hello, Red Sky Lullaby. Yes, we are all very well. Hope likewise. A difficult one, but I like that. Sometimes you get a sample and it sort of almost works with other ones. Almost a bit of Public Enemy. Interesting bulletin there from Suckmadek, talking about an old video from me of 2003. Yes, I did used to have shorter hair, and I still do wear glasses actually, in fact. Right here, the old glasses. Still a four-eye to get in my spare time. But yeah, Suckmadek saying that you can still get a well, it actually worked on the laptop. Okay, well that's something. Glad to hear it. A few key clashes in this pack, I think. Still rinse this out a little bit more. I've just started playing with this today, really. Turn that up a bit. Hey Ridgeway love, good to have you in the house. Stephanie Oakrid from France, giving us some nice flags there. And Magnificent Biscuits, definitely one of my favourite names on the chat there. Where else can we go? This is a little trick. Say I want to fade out one channel without going out too abruptly. Turn the XY to just beyond for that channel, so channel 3. Then I'll filter it down, that atmosphere. And now fade back up. Drawing a different beat. Nice. Space Dog's beamed in. It's looking good. Biz Mistress D has styled him this wonderful new hat. Masterful. And there in the full loveliness. Grand Wizard Space Dog as costumes by the wonderful Olive. Superb. We shall return to you, my dear. Yeah, that's back. Okay. Return to my... Okay, here we go. Okay, taking it somewhere else. This is Knopfer from Shanghai. Reining the delay back in there. Jam's still rolling. Yeah. Okay, party people, welcome. This is Pirate TV, Wednesday night, Cross the Tracks, Synapse to Synapse. I'm Matt Black, that almost rhymes as well. And sending big love to each and every pirate and ninja tuning in right now. Wherever you are across the world, we're all connected. Going to take a look at some news, what's been happening this week. Got my little chart up here. We dial up the news page. Teenagers can catch moods from friends, study finds. Negative moods appear to be more contagious than positive, a study has found. That's a contentious statement there. A study by Oxford and Birmingham universities investigates emotional contagion among teenagers to see the impact of individuals' moods within a shared social network. Oh, some very beautiful teens there. And I'm sure we can all catch emotions from each other. So that can be good. When the mood is low. Yeah. When the mood is low. Okay, so this was quite funny. Now that is Tom Brady. Okay, now I don't know anything about football, especially about American football, but this guy is apparently quite a legendary character because he's sort of the oldest person in the NFL, and he looks, this headline says he sort of plays like he's 20 years younger than he actually is. I think he's 43, and this guy has a sort of bogus kind of wellness routine, including various remedies and I think foods and supplements that he sells. It's called TB12, right? It's very controversial. Most people think it's a joke, but in fact, as he's the oldest player and he's still looking really, really good, perhaps it's time to admit that it works. I think it's just good not to have a fixed position on anything, really. Maybe he's just got good genes, and I think he's very hard-working. He's always first there on the training bench. But hats off to Tom Brady. Long may he rock. Here we've got an interesting article, the story of the first woman to own a bank. This is Maggie L. Walker, the first African-American woman to charter a bank in 1903 and to serve as its president. She had an electric car as well, apparently. And you can see this statue in Richmond, Virginia, once known as the Harlem of the South. Now, we sort of tear through all these stories here, and we don't go into them in detail, but at the end, my man Callum publishes a little links page with links to all the news items and bits of stuff that we've had in the show, so you can follow them up. So if you want to check out more about that story, it's very interesting. Maggie Lena Walker. Notably, 17 years before even women obtained the right to vote, she founded the St. Luke Penny Savings Bank, becoming the first African-American woman in US history to charter a bank and serve as its president. Enough respect to you, Maggie. This is quite funny. Police turned up for a reported rave, but it was just pensioners queuing for a vaccination. That was in Mixmag, so this was in Essex apparently. Could just be a nice news item, but let's see what they say. Having seen a large group of people outside the Essex Freemasons Saxons Hall, in Southend where vaccines were being given. Someone called the police, reportedly warning them of a rave. I think it might have been a bit of a joker there, but nice story. Hopefully the police didn't actually beat anyone up. Reminding it's the sounds of Knopfer, who's on the Eating Music compilation from Shanghai with Eric Lau turned me on to. This is called Jim A. Nice little tune, tinkling away. Free fast broadband offered in UK to support homeschooling. Nice one. And what was this about? 4 charged over Colston statue damage to be tried in Crown Court. And apparently police were very worried about activists turning up and stopping that, so enough coppers in the area. And I liked, as to what should be done about the statue, it just remind us again of Banksy's idea, which was that they should put the statue back and surround it with some other statues of people tearing it down, and that would become a new historical artwork telling the tale. I thought that was a decent solution. What we next got here, just give you a nice image to look out for a while whilst I rewind that a little bit. What if I get else? I suppose I could play a different track, couldn't I? Well, that's the same track, that's not going to work. Let's try this bit of Autica. Autica SIOO to just speed us on through the news here. Large nature-themed murals have been popping up in Pershore. That's just up the road from us actually. It's kind of one station up. Cling film artist overwhelmed by Pershore reaction to murals. Painted on cling film. Mr. Ski, S-C-E, not sure how you pronounce that. Anyway, he said he wanted to make people happy. Nice one, Mr. Ski. Naughty old Putin and his friends. There's a lot of condemnation going on here. EU foreign chief to fly to Moscow to condemn Navalny arrest. And actually there's been quite a lot of protests in Russia. People are really upset about this dissident being poisoned. And the EU are taking a stand about it. The Russians might well say, well, you've got enough of your own corruption to deal with there, but quick look at Mr. Putin's palace here, which he of course denies having anything to do with, but looks pretty clear that that's his little, as my friend Lee would say, a nice bit of keep. Nice bit of keep there, as in you keep it. Let's have a look at this. What's this about? Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, here we go. This is articles entitled "These 6 Numbers Define the Climate Challenge in a Changing US." And Mr. Biden, of course, has brought the US back into the Paris Accord, which is a very good thing. Big thumbs up from us worldwide for a bit of unity on climate there. Nice one. And this was about what's happened? Some important numbers. Let me just take those from the top. Rewind it, Autica. 22, number of billion-dollar climate-related disasters in the US in 2020. 945 gigatons is the carbon emissions left in the budgets to stay under 2 degrees C. And 28% apparently of the world's electricity is got from renewables now. I was pleasantly surprised, and it's all part of the big surge of renewables to taking over, which is very good to see. All you fossil fools can get a new job. Okay, let's dial back. Oh yes, okay, now we're going to play a bit of my man Larch.
So here we are, down the tunnel, which we've not even been calling a tunnel, we've been calling it all sorts of code
The echo's
names.
not that bad.
Try and keep the element of surprise if we can. Hoping this is going to be the biggest eviction we've had for quite a while in the UK, and really help to put the whole HS2 campaign on the map.
HS2 protest, dig 100-foot tunnel network under Euston Square Gardens to stop the destruction of a park there. That is hardcore, enough respect.
We've been shoring up this tunnel to make it safe. We're working with really easy to dig, sandy, pebbly stuff.
This is where we had a big collapse the other day when it rained loads and all the water sort of trickled down, and a lot of we're sort of starting to get into clay, which is quite dangerous when it gets wet because it completely changes form. It kind of reminds you how dangerous it is.
Enough respect to the brothers and sisters. They're putting it down for the climate, digging underneath into a 100-foot tunnel to make it as difficult as possible for the HS2 people to get them out. And yeah, all the best to them. I hope they manage to stick around as long as they want, and that it's a good outcome. Right, we're going to mosey on down. Someone was asking on the yes, exactly, Rob. The activists should get medals, including the guys who threw the Coulson statue in. Yeah, someone on Facebook was just asking what this is, and it slipped away into the chat now, but if you're still there, mate. This is Coldcut's beat instrument. It's called Jam Pro, and you can get the free version for iPhone and Android. It's called Ninja Jam. This is the Pro version, Coldcut's favourite instrument. It's called Jam Pro. And this is a pack made with the assistance of the wonderful Mr. Scruff. It's called Wobble Control. So he loves a nice bit of wobble. This is from a while ago. One of the first ones we did for Ninja Jam. I'm going to take a ride on this. Yes, definitely. Space Dog's looking like the Wizard of Oz, the Grand Wizard. Indeed. Lots of fun. You've got your effects here, 4 different banks of effects for the 4 main channels: distortion, filter, delay and reverb. The Wizard of Wobble, yes indeed, nice phrase there. Ernesto, hi there Pursue. Rough Ra in the house, hi there Sonic. Loretta likes Wobble Control Ridge, glad to hear it. Let's wobble it up. Somewhere else. Good. Okay, so those are the basic samples. Let's take it somewhere else. Go in the place. Let's check this out. Quick instant competition. If anyone can tell me where they reckon that break comes from, or even what style of music. Come on, who's paying attention? Hey there, DJ Octo. Road Eyes in the place. Wish you could turn it up to 11. Yeah, come on, pump it up a bit more. 10.5. 10.6. Okay, moving over to the sound of Tycho. This one's just called L. Been a long time. I shouldn't have left you. Yes, indeed, Rebecca. That sounds a bit like that, doesn't it? Okay, let's have a look. Ubiquiti Lab, hi there. See who I haven't said hello to in the chat. Okay, well, hello to each and every pirate. Nice one for tuning in Wednesday night. Pirate TV. Just getting around a bit more news. What's up next? Yeah, as we mentioned, President Biden signed a wave of executive orders, including some pretty pro-environmental ones. That big Keystone XL pipeline's been cancelled, and back in the Paris Accord for the US is the two big ones. What we got here? Quick shot of Mr. Biden signing something good, hopefully. Plan to boost electric cars by scrapping VAT. Sounds good. That's in the UK. EU countries mull call for global coal power phase out, ends to fossil fuel subsidies. Now, fossil fuel subsidies are one of the big evils of the modern day economic system, I would say. God knows how many trillions it is, but it's plenty. Why have I got all these red lines here? Okay, that's better. So let's phase them out, and apparently EU countries could call on Monday for a global phasing out of polluting coal power and an end to fossil fuel subsidies, as the bloc makes climate change a central part of its foreign policy. Good one, EU. Quick tip of the cap to Schneider Electric, who've topped the global league of green firms. It's a Paris-based company worth 70 billion euros, now seen as the world's most sustainable company. It provides technology and energy solutions used by like Walmart and other big groups like that. Ranked over 8,000 publicly listed companies. Okay, that's enough for them. Wouldn't normally play a logo, but we'll make an exception for them. Climate change, a massive poll, a global poll has shown that more people than ever support a global emergency being declared for climate change. And once again, big up for XR and Greta Thunberg and Fridays Against Future and all the other people that have been pushing forward for this for decades, really, Greenpeace included. The tide is turning, people are realising. And as that gathers pace, you're seeing developments like the big financial companies are starting to understand what's going on. The big ratings agency called S&P, Standard & Poor, I think that is, have warned 13 big oil and gas companies they risk downgrades as renewables pick up steam. I think what that means is when the ratings agency downgrades you, it means you can't borrow any money anymore because people think your business isn't much cop. And indeed, I think they are on the way out. Like I say, find something else to do. Let's leave that shit in the ground and come with the renewables. And nice one, Tycho. Let's noodle on for a bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4, hit it. Okay, it looked like a big kick was coming in on the waveform there, but it didn't happen. Never mind. Big group of European banks have committed to the immediate exclusion of new Ecuadorian Amazon oil from their trading activities, according to Stand.earth. Again, the tide is definitely turning, and all these big companies, especially the financial ones, are realising which way the wind's blowing. Tide turning, wind blowing, well, you know what I mean. Now for something completely different, this is a story about Ada Blackjack, the woman who survived against all odds in a freezing Arctic island. She was an Inupiat woman who was stranded in a remote island. She went with an expedition, but she was the only one to survive. Survived for, I think, 2 years all by herself after the rest of her colleagues and the rest of the expedition were wiped out. Like Robinson Crusoe Miss Robinson Crusoe in the Arctic. It's quite a long article here. I must stay alive, Blackjack recalled later, was the thought which kept her going despite the adversities. She used the rifle to shoot seals to make shoe soles, read the Bible and walked on the beach to keep going through her day. She was a feeble, it says, well she can't be that feeble, and shy little woman, terrified of polar bears with unimaginable tenacity. Wow. In the 3 months after the death and disappearance of her companions, she was alone, learned how to shoot birds, trap white foxes, look out for polar bears, crafted a skin boat made out of driftwood and so much more. And she was trying to survive because she had her son back at home. Enough respect to Ada Blackjack. I'm going to take a little break now, and I think we'll have a bit of the viral craze for this week, which I rather like this.
Once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was a Billy of Tea. The winds blew up her bow, dipped down below, my Billy boys blow.
Hey!
Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was a Billy of Tea. The winds blew up her bow, dipped down below, my Billy boys blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down under a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. Hand to the side, harpooned and fought her when she died down low. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Nice. The sea shanty craze continues, and I think I'm on board actually. So I'd love a bit of a chant myself. If you're lucky, I might sing you Old Mr. Tucker, but not right now. Thanks to Amanda Starbuck here, saying the good news that these banks are stopping funding oil drilling in Ecuador. We need them to fully get out of oil finance and a full transition to clean energy. And he posted an article in The Guardian there, which I'm just going to post into the, I think that worked, into the Twitch chat. And we are going to get going on the environmental tip now with this little number. And thanks to Nettlemaz for helping me put this together this week. DJs for Climate Action put a sample pack together using Greenpeace sounds from all their actions and environmental activities over the years. And we've made a couple of packs out of it. Well, one for Ninja Jam and one for Jam Pro. So you all can get busy with it. And that's going to be released on Friday. It's free. And the idea is you can make a track and send it in and maybe get on the compilation which they're going to make. Sounds quite good. I'll give you a little demo of that now. Some nice Arctic sounds to get us going. We've added a little bit of drum and bass. Thought we'd as it's the jungle. Well, it's one of the things we're trying to protect, or rather put it at jungle speed. Drums programmed by Nettlemouth. Let's hear some Frog. The Greenpeace sample pack, going to be out for Jam and Ninja Jam on Friday. Actually, just between you and me. If you're super keen and you're on the iPad and you've got Jam Pro, try the gift code Greenpeace FTW. Greenpeace FTW. And good luck with the competition. There's also a much bigger sample pack which you can use in any DAW, anything you like to make music in. And Callum, if you can post the link to that, it's in the mail that we're dealing with Robin. Slurping out into Rockwell snare drum awareness. You know, the Pirates like a little bit of drum and bass. Let's get into a bit of science. Super intelligent AI may be impossible to control. That's the good news. It's a postcard from the 23rd century, this article is called. It's not even possible to know if an AI is super intelligent, much less attempt to control it. That's what some philosophers and AI researchers have concluded. And what's that scenario called? Let me just find that. Paper clip. I can't find it, never mind. Yeah, well, we're talking about Asimov's laws of robotics, and the latest thinking is actually they don't really work, because how would a robot have full knowledge if its actions would, for example, cause harm to a human being? You can't have full knowledge. Humans can't. I certainly haven't. I don't know if anyone else has as well. So without absolutes. Sorry about that. It's clacking away there. Here we go. Rolling. Yeah, and that's Nick Bostrom, director of the Future of Humanities Institute at Oxford. He's a thinker about AI and risks. Pretty interesting. Paperclip machine, that's it. Let's look that one up for next week. Next. This is quite fun. Actually, the picture's not much good. What you really want is a picture of Spider-Man, because the article is called Spider-Man Style Medical Gun Spits Out Skin Substitute for Burns. Israeli firm claims device allows patients to move freely and does away with painful dressings. Sounds good. I want to see a picture of the web coming out. Yeah. And now what about this one? Who knows what that's called? I don't even know how to pronounce it. Oumuamua. Interstellar visitor. Is it a heap of space junk, or is it an inter-alien probe visiting us on its interstellar voyage? I thought the answer is pretty obvious, that basically it is a lump of rock, but apparently a Harvard professor, Avi Loeb, who's theoretical physicist, who's chairman of Harvard's University Department, co-authored a paper in 2018 suggesting that the long thin object known as Oumuamua, the Hawaiian word for scout, may have been a probe sent towards Earth. More on this story as more rabid speculation occurs. I thought this is basically the most... I just saw this yesterday. I'd say this is the most exciting piece of technology that I've seen in the last 10 years, potentially. What is it? It's a hydrogen battery system, fuel cell. Works off hydrogen, rated at 40 kilowatt, nice and meaty. You could run a house off that, and it creates hydrogen from water. Basically, you put electricity into it, it takes water, splits it into hydrogen and oxygen, stores the hydrogen in a phenomenal new bit of technology, their patented metal hydride crystal array, then releases the hydrogen, burns it, and creates electricity when you need it. So basically it's a hydrogen battery and fuel cell, and nicely partnered up with a solar rig. Totally could revolutionise the energy system. There's no energy shortage, and there hasn't been for a while, and now with renewables cranking it, one second, has to slurp out. Mr. Yukihiro Fukutomi, come on down. Okay, slurping into another little tune here. This is London Electricity remix of Yukihiro Fukutomi's, and that is called I Am. Okay, sorry I'm not responding too much on the chat here. I'm trying to do lots of things at the same time, but a quick chance to say hi to Brian Jackson. ITV. Okay. ITV is Electro Elvis streaming into the void. ITV, like it. Greetings from the Great White North, says Michael Klassen. You're very welcome. Good to have you back here, mate. Human evolution-ish. Well, it may be that we're whole of humanity's reduced to being a kind of second class. With the augmented reality. Maybe we're going to get there first. Roll. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty exciting. Yeah, it's like I say, there's no energy shortage. There's only an energy storage shortage. Well, there's only an energy consciousness shortage, and now that's getting fixed. Energy storage shortage has been the problem, and this device looks, when they crank that up to mass production, I think we could be sorted. Very exciting. I was looking forward to that. Who's this bro here? He is Mark Cuban. He's a billionaire, and he's launched a generic drug company. Shark Tank star has launched a generic company called the Mark Cuban Cost Plus Drug Company. I'll put your name on it, mate. Why don't you? Anyway, dedicated to producing low-cost versions of high-cost generic drugs, and pledges to provide radical transparency in how we price our drugs. That is much needed. Really, all medical innovations, inventions and supplies should be a public good and not owned just to make money. Sure, we earn our taxes should finance research, as indeed it does, and the profits and products should be available for humanity. So nice one, Mark. Keep at it, mate. We've got our eyes on you to make sure you come correct. Very interesting woman here. This is Dame Ethel Smythe, and the title of this article is The Unsung Queer Female Composer Who Constantly Battled Gender Stereotypes. She was around, in 1934, she was 75. A prolific composer and suffragette who was granted the title of damehood, the equivalent of being knighted. She was the first female composer to be granted the highest honours, much long overdue recognition. She could not hear her own music or the crowds cheering, as she was completely deaf by that time. Not a bed of roses, as she constantly had to battle critics calling her music masculine and not taking her seriously. Years after her death, she received a posthumous Grammy nomination, but it was her composition, The March of the Women, which became the anthem of the women's suffragette movement throughout the UK and elsewhere. Dame Ethel Smythe, we salute you. Quick talking of powerful women, we quite like this comic for Erykah Badu here. The all new Bedu Comics hip hop remix. The origin of Baduism looks good. And I just became aware of these guys. The Zora, Z-O-R-A music canon It's an organisation celebrating women's achievements and creativity, and they published a list of, I think, the 100 most iconic albums by African American women. Wish I could show this flashing through. I wonder if I can do. Save image as. Oh, let's give it a go. One second. Okay, it's called. Change its name to XXX so I can find it. Yes, it's happening. Just bear with me one moment. Okay, there you go. "100 Greatest African American Women's Album." Let's just zoom in on that a little bit. Nice. I thought it'd be appropriate to follow that up with a little bit of an artist who my mum and dad turned me on to, actually. Sister Rosetta Tharpe. Not the drum and bass mix. We'll come down to that in a minute. Just leave that playing through. Let me just see what else it says about this. We're going to post that link in, so you have a link to all those incredible albums there. Yeah. Grace Jones, Rihanna, Miriam Makeba, some great names. Lighting the Path, Etta James, Sarah Vaughan, Billie Holiday, Lena Horne, Mahalia Jackson. I had a mighty hard time, but I'm on my way. Had a mighty hard time, well, I'm on my way. That's Mahalia Jackson. Abby Lincoln, Leontyne Price, Marianne Anderson, Dina Washington, Odetta. Is that as in hit or miss? I think it could be. Okay, we're gonna zoom this one down for Mr. Yukihiro. And get into a bit of the wonderful Sister Rosetta Tharpe. Hopefully won't get cut down for this.
Oh, this is the wonderfulest time of my life. Oh, let me tell you something. Uncle Joe, it's raining and the people are so trying to stay around. And I'm afraid it is. Oh, it makes me feel happy. Oh, yeah. Just to know we can start in the rain and sing. And the people are so sweet to stay here. Oh, it gets sweet. And I come in on a... Yeah. Let me tell you what I come in on. Oh, yeah! Get the key. Didn't it rain, children? Rain, oh yes. Didn't it? Yes, didn't it? You know it didn't it? Oh, yes, how it rained.
Notice no microphone.
I said it rained, children. Rain, oh yes. Didn't it? Yes, didn't it? You know it did or didn't it? Oh, my Lord. You know it rained 40 days, rained 40 nights. Now make my garment fit me right. When I get to heaven, gonna put on my robe, walk around in glory, tell the glad news. Look up David in the heat of the day, tune up a harp and begin to play. I know it rained, you know it rained. Oh, how it rained, rained too long, all night long. Rain, 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 rain. Didn't it
right.
Yes, didn't it? Yes, didn't it? You know we did it, didn't it? Oh my Lord, how it rained.
As I say, Rebecca, you don't need a mic with a voice like that. Would have loved to have been there. Stone Cold. Classic. Samby Dexter says, love the kiffness. Well into it.
But no cried out, my friends. The angel's got the key and you can't get in. I know it rain, you know it rain. Rain too long, all night long. Rain all day, rain all night. Rain, 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 rain. Rain, 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 rain. Rain, children. Rain, oh yes. Didn't it, yes. Didn't it, you know we did it, didn't it? Oh my Lord, how it rained!
Stone Cold classic. Where am I? Okay, here. Yes, hello, party people. Wasn't that terrific? Sister Rosetta Tharpe in a compilation or medley, Didn't It Rain? And bless my mum and dad for getting me into music like that when I was a little toddler. We used to sing along to that in the car. Let's take a ride on some Parsec. Rebecca says, Brittany from Alabama Shakes really reminds me of her sister Rosetta Tharpe. Well, tough shoes to fill. Hey there, Charlie Chan. Good evening to you. Ogsa says Weevolution. Yeah, that's it. Weevolution. Nice, nice. Actually, I'm writing an article for Evolution magazine and they want the title for it. Maybe that could be it, actually. Why not? Actually, Cohen study. My piece is sort of about neural networks in the bigger sense, actually. I'll check out your article. Hey there, Strange Mojo. Guess the latest GP3 outputs. That's what we were looking at last week with the incredible avocado chair, snail harp, and other weird and wonderful AI creations. Chaos. No, I haven't got the solo yet. I'm still contemplating whether to wait for the Perovskite remix. Well, algorithms are dumb as rocks, maybe, yes. Or not. Basically, AI is research into the nature of intelligence. So we don't actually know what intelligence is. What is intelligence? We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. No. We don't know. I'm more into augmented intelligence. Say the green dot, green dot, green dot, green dot, green dot. Dub, 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 dub. Sleep. One of my favourite things. Just between you and me. Just between you and me. Space Dogs in the house. Just got to make sure Space Talk's got a good view. Indeed, the hound of sound, as Marty puts it. He's going to be getting on the mic later. Right, yes, I see what you're saying, Strange Mojo, talking about the GPT-3 output. That is the latest AI sort of framework from OpenAI. It's not conscious, it's really close to novel information, synthesis of sources. Yeah, I agree. I think we're a long way from intelligence, but it is getting pretty interesting. Hey there, Mountain Dweller. Lots in the chat here, can't keep up. Okay, much love to all your pirates. See what else we can squeeze out of this. Wartaker incoming. That's a nice one. Clarky Cat, the Pop of Pop. Big up to Jordan Dibble, good to have you here. Wobble Woofer, the Divine Canine, lots of Space Dog love, yeah. This is Silverside by Wartaker, the Mighty Warp, which could stand for We Are Reasonable People. My mic's sounding a bit. Let's reprogram that. Oh, that's nice and fucked up. Arteca and Silverside. Now for something completely different.
In 1953, the United States, together with Britain, participated in a coup in Iran that got rid of Mossadegh.
Mossadegh and his government were swept from power in favor of General Zahedi. 300 killed and hundreds wounded is a conservative estimate.
The British government has never officially acknowledged its role in the coup.
I don't think at any time we really planned a coup d'etat.
These words have not been heard or seen for over 34 years.
Evidence that has the potential to turn a dark chapter in history inside out. Your British counterpart was in fact blank. Could you tell me something about the man blank? Norman Derbyshire, take one.
He was somebody who felt that there were things to be said that hadn't been said.
A member of the British government was involved in the assassination of the chief of police.
How did it come to this?
So they tied him up, strangled him, and shot him. Were you involved in Afshar Tooth's assassination?
Yes. My father is a real prime minister.
The coup in Iran is shaping politics to this day. The United States does not want democracy in the Middle East.
The actual running of the coup from our side was my responsibility. It's the sort of thing you won't find in any book.
Still here. Okay. All right, pirates. Time for some more funky jamming. Okay. This is kind of a give us some signals, some gusts in the area. This is once again the Endless Crew, Theo, Red Sky Lullaby, Cohen, Ludi, Nikolai, TPJ and other friends getting busy. And I just cobbled this very, very quickly together. But the new multiple file import in Jam and the ability to swap stuff around makes it a lot easier to put sets together. And Dr. Deej, I think it was asking what's my take on simulation theory. It's the idea that we're all just living in a simulation kind of matrix style. Whilst it's highly plausible, it sort of doesn't leave all that much room for hope or free will. So I prefer to go with the idea that we are actually alive in some sense, and in some sense have free will, and everything's to play for, rather than just being a simulation of a simulation of a simulation. A simulation. We don't want to be assimilated. So I think Occam's razor, or maybe just the need to believe that our lives do have some meaning. Because if we're just a simulation, right? Someone else is running things, so we might as well give up. Okay, take over, babe. Cesar Lozano. The answer to your question, what is this awesome machine? This is called Jam Pro, running on an iPad Pro, and this is Colcutt's Beat Instrument, and you can get the free version Ninja Jam for iPhone and Android. Earlier in the show we gave out, told you about a new free pack that's coming out. Anyway, there's lots of free content for that, and lots of free content for this Jam Pro. This one's called Electro so far, and gonna get busy. Let's start it up, baby. We go. Okay, Vismistress D has taken over the controls of the video mixing, so we're going to have some live Space Dog fractalization feedback amongst other visual treats. As we get into the last half hour of the show, audio-visual mixdown, live improvisation. Tio is in the chat this week, but this is your vocals always come in nicely.
I'm not getting too carried away on the vocoder, but it's quite a lot of fun. Big love to all the pirates out there. Big love to all the pirates out there in the house. Let's play some more. Yes, party people. With his mistress, D, on the buttons, creating a visual mix. That's our custom Pirate TV graphics. Okay, we're going to have a competition before the end of the show. Keep tuned for that. I guess I ought to. Okay, like this. Just pull that plug out and then I should come direct. So
that working? Yes, nice one. Taking it somewhere else. This is the classic sound of Mr. Ozzo and M-Seek. You're listening to Pirate TV on Wednesday night. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. Still got a little while to go. Viz Mistress D mixing up on the visuals. Thank you, Jorge Meneses, as we're rocking again. We try and do our best. Hi there, Gene Crider. Nice to have you here. Thanks for the love. And who was it who popped up there? 1 second. See, there's some good chat going off here about the nations, the nature of intelligence and all things consciousness. And someone was saying one of their gigs, they came to one of our gigs a while ago and it was a great experience, but I'm sorry it slipped past me. But whoever you are, you're very welcome, and one day we hope to meet you all in a real sweaty place and get down again in RAL. Hello there, Lizzie Gratian, nice to have you here. First time pirate. Stripping it down to Mr. Sound of Mr. Ozzo, M-Seek. That's just one last little fiddle. And out. Good to see the pink elephants rocking their socks. Yeah, like-minded souls in a sweaty place. That's what we want, Rebecca, isn't it? Margaret Bowden's getting some good props here in the chat. Have to check her out. Creational aspects in artificial intelligence systems. Rude tempo change there. Tickling in a little bit of jam. Thank you, Sunny Thin says it's wonderful as ever, so pleased you can make it. Welcome everyone, welcome. Bit of an experimental one coming up. Taking it ambient. Battery remaining. Winding up to the end of another set. This is once again the sound of Bicep. And another track with Clara Lasan. This one's just called X. This isn't the one I played at the beginning, is it? Maybe it is. It's a good track anyway. No, it's a different one. Bicep album's just come out and it's looking like it could be #1 in the UK. Big thanks to everyone who's supported them, one of Ninja's hottest new artists. Jump. Special request to Laura Boomer Trent. Good to have you here, sweetheart. As you can see, Denny's making a pretty cosmic job of the visuals. Go. Pirate TV. Right on cue. Right on cue, the iPad has died there, so no more vocoder, and it is 23:01. This is Ginger Ame. Beautiful. Thank you once again, Olive, for providing these lovely threads for good old SD. You can see he's getting pretty cosmic there, tripping right out with his Heart of Light. And time to say goodbye to you faithful pirates. We're rocking. Okay, we can see, we can't exactly see you, but we know you're out there. Sending much love once again, a nice week session, and stay safe, keep well, keep rocking, keep it up, and
Peace out.
Peace out. It's a pleasure to be here and do this for you. Thanks to Callum for helping put the show together and all your contributions in the chat. You make it worthwhile. Lots of love coming up here. Demonics 4 is a new name there. Lots of each week there's a few new people who join, and